What's up, Brozones? Welcome to the Ozone, and welcome to Book of Bill. Oh my gosh, this has been so long overdue, and I'm so sorry it has come so late. But we are finally here. We are going to be covering Book of Bill, and obviously we're not going to be going through all of it in today's episode. We're only going to be doing a small portion of it because I'm sure this book is massive. I know that there's a website ARG thing alongside it, and we're going to try and cover every single bit of it, so make sure you subscribe so you can see when my next few episodes come out. I'm just so excited to get straight into this, really. Do I have anything else to say about it? Obviously, we've covered all of the Gravity Falls series. We've covered the Journal 3 Blacklight. We've done Lost Legends. We've done... what else have we done? We did the Choose Your Own Adventure book a little bit. We've seen the Axolotl and stuff, which is what I'm really excited for in this book. And of course, we've done like the ARG hunt as well, the Cypher hunt. And it's all been so cool so far, and I just want to see where the story is now taken. This book was, I think, published last year. I think it has been like at least a year since it has been done. And I remember when I first started this series, a lot of people were telling me, you need to read Book of Bill. Like, Book of Bill just came out and it's the biggest thing. And this is kind of what brought me into the series, I guess. So I'm just so excited to get into it. A little bit of a disclaimer. I haven't been engaged with any Gravity Falls content in like the last month or so. So I don't really know if I'm going to remember everything, but we're just going to continue and see where it takes us. I think we should be fine, but that's just, if I forget things, it's just my forgetful mind. Yeah. Anyway, let's get straight into Book of Bill. I don't know why, I was just looking at the first few pages. This is the front cover. It looks awesome. We've already talked about the front cover for like a good hour in my April Fool's video where it was just the front cover, but I promise this isn't an April Fool's. This is the Book of Bill. I do actually have a IRL Book of Bill coming, not just a scanned copy. And so that will be coming soon. I think that's going to be really good for me because a lot of the time in these scanned copies, it's hard to kind of make out like codes and stuff. Like I've seen on this first page, and we're going to go through this more properly soon, but there's like codes down here, and I'm wondering if there's going to be like codes in the margins and stuff like that. That's going to be really difficult to find in scanned copies, I assume. And I don't know, there might need to be like physical things you need to do to the book or something. So we will have the best look we can with the scanned copy, and I will have an IRL copy as well to refer to if we need to. But yeah, this is just so exciting. So front cover looks awesome. It's giving me like what is the big question that we aim to ask or aim to answer with Book of Bill? I think the big question is Bill still alive? Because we haven't really had a confirmed answer. Obviously, at the end, one of the last things that Bill Cipher said, I need to get my memory back, it was AXOLOTL. My time has come to burn. I invoke the ancient power that I may return. And so he is trying to kind of pray to the gods, the Axolotl, the one above him, to bring him back to life in the future. And I don't know if this is this. Like, is this going to be Bill Cipher coming back to life or something? I don't know. Like, who wrote this book? What is this book about? It looks very satanic, I will say that. So it may be someone who even, I don't know, someone journaling about Bill or something. I'm just trying to think of like the meta of this. So who is writing this book? Again, satanic. I know that the themes of this book are a lot more mature, and that's really good because Gravity Falls obviously was targeted to kind of young people, children, well, not children, but like young teens, I guess. And then over the years, they have grown up, and so this is the sort of book that they would buy. And so I'm really excited about the mature themes of this because it's I just love it. Loads of codes here that we will go back to. if we can find out what it means. I know there's one down here that looks very like familiar, like the symbols look familiar there. So we could probably figure that out by just we can brute force it maybe. I'm wondering in the comments below if you could let me know. Do you think brute forcing is interesting, or should I try and do it the intended way? Like, I find brute forcing quite interesting because there's a lot of techniques that you can use, and it's really, really satisfying when you brute force something and you can then, like, you reverse the cipher so that you now understand what the cipher actually is. I think it's just really cool, but obviously not everybody feels that way. We have more of it here. I don't see anything else mysterious here. Okay, so here we go. Oh, here we go. Right. I'm sorry if my face cam blocks some things, but we'll try. I'll try my best. At first, I thought it was a joke, just a silly song he sang to taunt me while I was shackled in his penthouse at the end of the world. After seeing his mind shattered, his body petrified, and his chaos reversed, I knew he must be gone from our reality. And yet some mornings I wake up with a tune stuck in my head, and I curse when I realize what I'm whistling. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when. I know we'll meet again someday. The question continues to nag at me like a thistle in my sock. Is Bill Cipher really dead? In the weeks since Weirdmageddon, I conducted numerous tests on Stanley's mind. His terrible jokes are still intact, and inspected the statue for dimensional leakage. Yes, that's true. Because in, was it Lost Legends? Yeah, Lost Legends, which was like a comic kind of form of Gravity Falls episode, or not Gravity Falls episodes, but like it's as if there were new Gravity Falls episodes in a comic form. And one of them, at the beginning, they were investigating dimensional rifts, and I think they even mentioned the Bill Cipher statue, but I don't know if it went into too much detail. But that was the Mabel story, I believe, where there was like a bunch of Mabels. Wasn't there like the Mabel shaped as the number 3 or something? I don't know. That was really weird. I streamed that, so you can go to my live tab in my channel to watch that. That was really fun. So yes, they're inspecting dimensional leakage. So we also took turns kicking the statue, and Stanley took a few cracks with a crowbar. I burned every cipher-shaped item I had ever collected, and even threw away all my $1 bills just to be safe. Stanley, of course, found them and pocketed them. But the memory gun's effects have proven to be far from permanent. We've learnt this before, yes. If memories could return, I shudder to think what else could return as well. That was my main gripe with the ending of Gravity Falls. I love the ending of Gravity Falls. I think it wraps everything else up in a really, really nice bow with a cherry on top. The one thing I thought was wrong with it was that Stan got his memories back after like 2 minutes. And it would be weird for him to get all of his memories back, but for him to just have completely forgotten about Bill Cipher. Remember, the memory gun wasn't used on him to say, get rid of Bill Cipher. It was to get rid of Stanley Pines. The construct of Stanley Pines. And so when he returns, when his memory returns, he gets all of his memories of Stanley Pines back, but why would Bill Cipher not be back? So, yeah, I don't believe he's really dead, and I think this is a big signifier of that. I think it's pointing towards that direction of, like, if memories can return, why can't Bill Cipher return? But we're gonna see. This is really cool. So it seems like this book actually might have a lot of, like, lost notes from Stanford Pines, and that's going to be really cool. And I love this picture. This is from the ending of Gravity Falls, the post-credit scene. Okay, oh, cool. We got more pages. Okay. I was recently packing for a long overdue family trip when I found something nestled in my knapsack. A black book with a triangle on the cover. Dismissing it as a tasteless prank, some local teens think Bill worship is edgy. I threw the book in the trash, shot the trash with a shotgun, and oh my god, hurled it into a ravine. Sorry, I can't read Stanford's text. You guys know this. But the book reappeared under my pillow the next morning, unscathed, and again the next. I have since tried burning, stabbing, tearing, freezing, and molecularly destabilizing this book, as well as feeding it to Mabel's pet pig. But it somehow always returns, haunting me. I have told no one about it, not wanting to alarm them, because I know what this is. I've heard the myths, but didn't want to believe they were true. This really is the Book of Bill. Huh? Okay. Weird. So this book actually exists in universe. That's a good thing to know. And you try to destroy it, it comes back. Okay. Created by forces unknown, printed on stitched together human brain matter, sealed with black wax, moonstones, and invisible symbols. This is bringing all of the cult themes together. His book has one purpose: to conjure Cypher's voice into its pages, to communicate with the Triangle even after his death. This is not an ordinary book. It appears differently to everyone, sometimes seeming completely empty, oftentimes full of incomprehensible gibberish. It changes and rewrites itself based on the mind of any reader with the misfortune of holding it. It will become whatever it must to deceive you, to pull you in. It's not safe on a bookshelf because, as I have witnessed, it infects other books. Okay. So there's some sort of like energy in it, some sort of soul energy or something. A remnant. Why has it appeared now? I only have my suspicions, but my day of doing his bidding are behind me. There are still small rifts to the nightmare realm that my family and I have been sealing as I repair the damage from Weirdmageddon. Yes, this is what I was talking about with the Mabel story. I am tossing this book into one of those rifts and not looking back. If this book has somehow found its way to you, then you are the next target it has chosen. I offer a warning: destroy it. I tried to destroy it. Heaven knows I tried, but every attempt proved futile. Whatever you do, do not turn its pages. Do not write your name. Do not believe a word. Turn back while you still can, or live forever with the regret. Stanford Pines. Wow. That's a really, really cool introduction to this. I think a lot of this is really cool because of the meta of it. With Journal 3 was obviously, all of the journals were thrown into the bottomless pit. We were told that right at the end of Journal 3. And then we learned that Journal 3 actually ended up somewhere in the middle of Oregon, and it was picked up and it was then auctioned off, I believe. And so we technically have the book because we got it at the auction or something, or it was handed off to us or something along those lines. So that's that explanation. This one is interesting because we're saying that Stanford Pines wrote this letter and then attached it to this book and threw it in one of the dimensional rifts that was left over after Weirdmageddon. So he threw it in one of the rifts. It's gone into the nightmare realm and into the other universes maybe, and we now have it to hand. Meaning we have found this book in another dimension or something. So we might actually learn a lot more about these different dimensions. We might learn a lot more about Bill. Obviously we're going to learn a lot more about Bill, but also kind of like the nature of all of it. Like what is happening with this multiverse, this kind of axolotl creature, like where I think they said it exists between space and time or something, but like I want more specifics, like how I don't understand. So yeah, this is really, really cool. Great introduction. This book's new master is you put your name there to summon. Place your hand on the right page, clear your mind, repeat the words time to get weird, and then you put your hand there. That's really cool. I will definitely be doing that when I get the physical copy. I love this like glitch effect in the background. What I will say is this book looks like art. Journal 3 obviously had its own sort of theme to it, in the fact that it was like a handwritten journal, and that was the whole book. This one leaves out a lot of opportunities because it's not limited to just kind of these sorts of pages. It can do some really cool stuff in it, and I'm really excited to see how far it goes. Again, we have some codes down here. I'm wondering if this is going to use the same cipher from Journal 3. That would probably make sense, seeing as this looks like this is kind of like a parallel to Journal 3 in the sense that it's Ford writing it and it's like written on scrap pieces of paper. Impermanent. Okay, cool. I also noted the word time. Time to get weird. Okay, that's just a glitch effect from here because that's the same text, I believe. Okay, cool. Oh my god, it's literally just 2 pages of ha 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 ha. I'm wondering if there's like a secret B or something, like a B or a V or something that you wouldn't be able to find unless you look really close. It's hurting my eyes. Okay. That is so sick. That's so cool. I love that effect. I used to do those sorts of drawings where you get a plain piece of paper and then you make lines across it like it's lined paper, and then you try and, like, for example, with like a sphere, you try and bend the lines so that it looks like a sphere is coming out of it. I was pretty bad at them, but it was a really cool like a really cool thing for me. I love those little projects, and this is reminding me of that. Yeah, this is sick. This is so cool. I don't even know how they did this. This is really, really cool art. Well. I think this is Bill, right? Here we are at last. I've been waiting an eternity to meet you, and I know you've been waiting nearly as long to meet me. Breathe it in a second, pal. This moment of anticipation. Always suspected this day would come, and it finally has. Your life will forever be divided into 2 halves. Before you meet me, and after. Welcome to the after. You're probably wondering, Bill, you're an all-powerful being. Why write a book, huh? Why let me read it? Also, aren't you dead? Are you dead or what? What's the deal? I have no idea what you mean. Cool, so yeah, we're still keeping the ha-ha-has, but he has literally broken out of the page. That is sick. Okay, great. Welcome back, Bill. I love this. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's so great. I love that. I'm perfectly fine. That's so creepy. I saw there was like, I know I'm going to get off topic a lot, so I'm sorry if you don't like me getting off topic, but I saw there was like an experiment where there was like a teddy bear and then I can't quite remember how they did it, but basically they shoved human-looking teeth in a teddy bear, and I don't know what I'm trying to explain. It provokes fear when human like things that are on a human body are on other things, because humans to humans look like humans. Like instinctively you see a human and you're like, that's a human. But then when you see human parts on other things, you're like, this is a cross between a human and another I'm explaining this really bad, but it's like it instinctivly provokes fear in you, because it's so eerie and it doesn't look correct. It's really creepy when that sort of thing happens, and yeah, this is no exception to that. In fact, I'm better than fine, because now I have you, and there's a lot we can do together. Oh, you might feel silly about meeting me. After all, Bill Cipher is imaginary. You're real, and I'm not, right? But are you so sure about that? After all, you're mortal. One day, you'll be dust. But I'm an idea, and an idea can't be killed. So that's me, one. So that's me, 1, you, 0, on the immortality front. And if I'm the eternal one, and you're the temporary one, then it might be wise for you to get on the winning side early, you dig? I know that drama queen Sixer warned you not to read this book, didn't he? Maybe the old nerd is right. Weak minds have gone crazy from just one glimpse of my tantalizing forbidden secrets. See, the hickory-smoked crater where McGucket's brain used to be. But if you're as sharp as I think you are, and if you're curious about the meaning of life, how to cheat death, Pine Tree's most embarrassing dreams, and your own interesting future, then I'll consider making a deal with you. How about a trade? I'll let you read my book in exchange for a favor down the line. We can work out the details later. What do you say? Take Bill's deal? Yes, turn the page. No, turn to page 77? Excuse me? There's like roots in this? Okay, that's really cool. I want to try and do it all in order, so I am just going to turn the page. But I love this. That's really cool. Does that look like an axolotl in the back? Am I going insane? This looks like the tendrils that come off an axolotl. Sorry, I keep forgetting what they're called. This looks like there's like a hidden axolotl in the background. I might be thinking too hard about it. I really love how Bill is always on the right page. Like, he's coming out the paper, he's out of the paper, he's being creepy, and now he's trying to shake our hand. Like, he's in the same position all the time, so it's almost like a journey. Yeah, it's really cool. So again, the matter of this is that this is a book written by Bill. Really weird concept for a book, but it works. It really works. So it's a book that's written by Bill. It was given to Stanford Pines after Bill disintegrated or turned into a statue or whatever. And then Stanford tried to get rid of it a million times. Didn't work. So he threw it in a dimensional rift, and now we have it. So really interesting. I'm really getting the vibes that Bill is alive here. Bill is still alive 100%, which means maybe Gravity Falls sequel? I don't know about that, but it'd be really cool if something like that happened. Season 3. Right choice, Bone Sack. Welcome to the book of... No, that won't do. You call that a cover? What is this, amateur hour? I can do better than that. What is this? Bill Cipher Press, written by Bill Cipher, copyright Bill Cipher Press 2024, all wrongs reserved. Editor Bill Cipher, designer Bill Cipher, illustrator Bill Cipher, published by Bill Cipher Press, an imprint of Bill Cipher Books Co., I guess. No part or form of this book may be reproduced or transmitted in any form or by any means, electronical or mechanical, including photocopying, something, or by any information storage and retrieval system, unless you really want to something. Who cares, right? It's just a book. Have fun with it. Knock yourself out. Nothing matters. We're all going to die anyway. Go on, copy this book. For further information, address Bill Cipher Books, Billville, Billfornia, 9120 Bill. Printed in Bill's brain. First edition to ISBN 618618618. The jokes in here are going to be amazing. For more Bill Cipher Press fun, visit thisisnotawebsite.com.com. If you purchase this book without a cover, you should be aware that this book is stolen property. Good. Stealing is fine. Laws are made up. For more great ideas, combine the expired fluids in your fridge into a giant jug. Down the hatch, our lawyers do not endorse the prior sentence. Please close your eyes while reading it. Sustainable Forestry Initiative, certified kindling. I wonder if there's anything to do with these numbers. US $6.99. That's great. This is Bill's back, apparently. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. Maybe. Damn, he's thick. Okay. The Book of Bill. I like this cover. I think this cover is cool. Written by Bill, published by Bill, licked by Bill. I didn't want to know that. I didn't want to or need to know that. Placed by Bill. It's got like a Bill Cipher stamp. This is sick. Okay. This is not a website.com.com. I assume that is the website. that has the whole ARG stuff. My question is, do I do that now, or do I do that? You know what? Let's go and have a look at it. Okay, we've got thisisnotawebsite.com.com. It's showing me an I, so I think it is correct. Let's see what it is. Whoa. I need to turn my brightness up on my screen. Whoa. Okay, cool. So, this is the Book of Bill. Jesus Christ, that scared me. That made me jump. Okay, there we go. That makes it a little bit... Oh my god, it has the Gravity Falls music. It has the ending of season 1, or ending of Dreamscapers, I think. Cool, so we have the Book of Bill. We have the Prism. We have some dagger with like a poison symbol, but it's Bill's cipher. We have a melted candle with a code on it. Okay. We have some chains with like a lock. We have a treasure map here. We have the skull with the golden tooth. Interesting. This has audio. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear the audio right now. I don't think you will be able to. But I should put audio on. Hang on. I'm hoping you can somewhat hear that, and I'm hoping that it's not too loud or too quiet, but this is cool. So, interestingly, these take us to other pages. Like, this gold tooth takes us to Cheat Death. This takes us to Atlantis, weirdly. This prism has some symbols on it as well, I've seen. There's an ampersand, there's a octothorpe, if you know what I mean. Question mark, an exclamation mark. This is McGucket Labs. I think we saw this. We saw this computer in... Was it A Tale of Two Stands? Wow, this music is really creepy, but I love it. I think there was something here as well that flashed when the lightning... There's the Blind Eye Society here as well. Hang on. Flash again. Flash. Something Gurnis? I don't know what that read. Okay, we're not going to do a too in-depth dive today. But what does this do? Lucky you, get out of death free card. Print this card out and swallow it for 1 free resurrection, only for use in participating realities. Must renounce all other gods, void without substrate independence. We can print it? That's funny. You actually can print it. That's great. That's really cool. Okay. So we close that. What about this symbol here? Wow. There's so much here. There's going to be so much. Okay. So this is the Cipher Opticon. 'Twas once believed that ghosts and demons were invisible to man, but with these crank-operated quadro monocles, ciphers form, once visible only to fortune-tellers and a few rare species of shrimp, shall at last be something revealed. See Cipher before he sees you. Powered by optical syrup made from ground-up bumblebee eyes. Let the power of bumblebee eyes work for you. For added effectiveness, we advise charging the Cipher Opticon by staring directly at the source of all light, the sun. What? Bill Hunter's Almanac. Every fact we have unearthed about the fiend is collected herein for only 1 halfpenny at volume. We have even collected some jokes. Example, knock knock. Whom calls the eradication of Bill's cipher? That is whom. Joke complete. Well done, well done. That's amazing. So, is the Book of Bill Hunter's Almanac? Ah, that's cool. I'm really confused about what this is. See Bill's cipher before he sees you. So you put... Wait. Optical syrup made from ground up bumblebee eyes. So you put bees in here, and then you're able to see Bill Cipher before he sees you. Okay. That's so random. I love this though. There's the ring here as well with the same symbol on it. Weird. Does this ring have anything to do with anything? Okay, we're going to close this. We can zoom in and out if we want to. What else? What's this? Dipper, if you're reading this, then I am dead. What? This just got so dark. Okay, what I will say is you can freaking tell that this book was created last year. You can tell this is the same series, but you can tell this is a different era of the series, 100%. It has gotten so dark, and there are so many cool things here that we can take away. I'm really hoping that the audio is okay, but I think it's okay. It's on minus 10 decibels, so I haven't tested it or anything, but I hopefully it's fine. I think you can hear me at least. Hopefully. Dipper, if you're reading this, then I am dead. Kidding. Oh, never mind. Sorry, Stanley thought that would be funny. Haha. We're currently out shopping for harpoons to prepare for our trip to the Arctic. I had a hunch you might sneak into my lab while I was away, despite my many warnings not to. Good on you. Curiosity enriched the mind of the cat, they always say. Before I hurl the book into the bottomless pit, I've been experimenting on it, extracting any last secrets I can yet send from within. It seems it is always changing, reflecting the tortured mind of its author and reader alike. Feel free to take this rainy day to pause or to peruse any extra pages you might find down here at your leisure, but be warned. Okay, so a picture of the real-life Book of Bill. Beware. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's just 2 pages. Prolonged exposure to Cypher's tricks can lead to madness. Then again, you and Mabel are 13 now. You're probably old enough to handle any demonic curses that come your way. Just remember to stick together. A true mystery hunt isn't about the mystery. It's about who you're hunting with. Finally, I understand that Stanford Pines. Oh, finally I understand that. Stanford Pines. Ah. Okay. P.S. Seuss, if you're reading this, no, I won't make you a Mr. Pines amiibo. I don't even know what that means. Stop asking. Of course Seuss would be into amiibos. I love this as well because it can create more modern jokes. Like it can really, it could talk about the coronavirus maybe. Wouldn't that be so funny? I don't know if it would talk about such a crisis, but P.S. Stan, if you break into my lab at some point, or if you end up breaking into my lab at some point later today, bravo! Still a good locksmith. Still as good a locksmith as in 8th grade. Beers are under the desk. P.P.P.S. Bill, if you're somehow reading this, go choke on glass. I am, as Mabel says, leaving you on red. Oh, that's great. We also have a secret code down here. We're going to have to go through all this again later on. So we're going to reflect on it again later on to go through all the codes and stuff. But this is so cool without the codes, even. So we clicked on the sword, we clicked on the tooth, we clicked on this. Is there anything else here? Treasure map. I'm ignoring the computer at the moment because I think there's going to be more to that. Because it's really drawing you in. Okay, let's have a look at Atlantis. Ooh. Oh my god, I hate water, like underwater stuff. It creeps me out. Failed portal attempt 47 Atlantis. And it's the port. Oh my god. I should have known better than to try advanced construction with a species that didn't have opposable thumbs. The interdimensional portal was as hard to use as it was to say out loud. No wonder these tuna net bound squeaky toys didn't become the dominant species. Learn to operate a hammer, then we'll talk. Was this a portal attempt by... What, by Stanford? No, surely not. This is something else. I don't know what this is relating to, but this is so funny. What? Finn... Oh, Finn... Mentional. So it's interdimensional portal. Portal, like porpoise. Okay, fine. So that's that. It's so random. So we can click here, McGucket. We can also click on these two buttons. This one is flashing up, so I think this one is significant. Okay, so let's look at McGucket. Oh, this is so cool. I just love, like, because Journal 3, as much as I love Journal 3, it was all the same sort of thing. Again, it was all just kind of Stanford's written journal. And I know that was the theme of that, and it was really cool to see nevertheless. But this, you can have so many other things, like a picture of an underwater portal. And this is just so cool. I love the style of it all. Okay, McGucket, go. Sweet tar and molasses. This is the first time I've been asked to journal in 30 odd years. I can't quite write as proper as I used to, so I constructified a dictation bot to transcribe for me. This is Stephen Hawking. Hello, I am dictation bot. Dictation is all I know. I understand every word in the dictionary, but the one word I do not understand is love. Dictation bot, hush before I throw you in the bad robot graveyard. Sorry, father, I will return to dictation. Any which way, my grandpappy used to say you can't call a goose with a hog whistle, which means you shouldn't expect a swindler to change his tune. I never met Triangle Danny or however they call it. Triangle Danny. But I saw him one time, at least I think I did, and he's more or less Lucifer incarnate, if I do say so myself. Yeah, okay, so what he's referring to there is when, I can't quite remember which episode each thing happened was, but I think it was A Tale of Two Stands, where we saw McGucket fly into the portal, like while he was still sane, we saw him fly into the portal, his head went into the portal, and he came out saying, the one-eyed demon or something like that. And then, yeah, and so we're talking about, he said he never met Triangle Danny, that's referring to Bill Cipher, of course. And then he said he's more or less Lucifer incarnate. So as a parallel, he's kind of saying devil, demon, and he's saying Lucifer. They're kind of synonymous. Lucifer was I don't know much about Lucifer, but he was the Azazel, the banished angel in Christianity. So I guess there's many parallels to Bill Cipher there. Or Bill Cipher has a lot of parallels to Lucifer, let's say, because, yeah. I scrummaged up an old record from a yard sale with some proper advice on the subject. Hoo-wee! It's a good way to clear out the guests at the end of a hoedown, but it's got some good advice. Type hectoring in the computer down in the lab to hear it. Anyhow, if you ever need a damp burlap sack full of miscellaneous springs, or to want to hear how to create cold fusion, you know who to call. Cold fusion? That's funny. Me and Tater are going to get back catching up on fishing. Caught us a whopper the other day. Fiddleford Hadron McGucket. His middle name is Hadron. So a hadron. So, fun story. I've been to Switzerland. Or I think it was on the border of Switzerland and France, maybe. I've been to CERN, which is a center that has the largest hadron collider ever built, the Large Hadron Collider. It's called the LHC, and that was really fun. Unfortunately, it was actually turned off at the time, but we did see the antimatter factory and stuff, and it was really cool. It was a school trip, and I was really into that sort of science back then. I love talking about intermolecular particles, subatomic particles and stuff. Sorry, bless me. I love talking about quarks and hadrons and stuff like that. A hadron, I need to remind myself of what a hadron exactly is. I think it's a what is it? It's a subatomic particle. It's like a group of particles, I think. Like I think is a fermion, hadron, a pion. I think they're all hadrons. Oh my god. I think they're things that like make up an atom. Maybe I should look it up. A hadron is a composite subatomic particle, meaning it's made up of smaller particles called quarks. That's what it is. Yeah, so a lot of the particles that you'll learn about. Here we go. This is a Venn diagram I need in my life. A hadron is like a meson, like a pion and a kaon, and a fermion. And it's also made up of baryons. Oh, sorry. Fermions are another group. And in fermions are baryons, which are protons, neutrons, I think even electrons are leptons. Oh, this is all coming back to me, yes. And then you have bosons like photons and W bosons and stuff like that. Higgs boson. That's really cool. Okay, so hadron is this sort of stuff. So a hadron is made up of quarks. It's basically all you need to know. And quarks are even smaller like particles, and they have different spins and stuff which make different particles. And then the working theory is that quarks are like made up of different vibrating strings. Yeah, I love learning about that sort of stuff, but I haven't talked about it in so long. So Fiddleford Hadron McGucket. I wonder if there's any implications to that, or if it's just a cool sounding name. It is pretty cool sounding. I wish my middle name was Hadron. P.S. I think I had a shirt that looked like that triangle fella in college. Better find it so I can burn it proper. Good night, Sally. Interesting. I think I had a shirt that looked like that Bill's triangle fella in college. We know that Bill Cipher has a very large history. They built the Egyptian pyramids based on Bill Cipher, based on worshipping Bill Cipher, I believe. Well, I think that's what we learned in Journal 3 at least. So... yeah, it's very, very weird. Can I just say, we're like 45 minutes in. I am loving this. This is absolutely top quality. I am loving it so much. I'm seeing where the ARG aspect is coming from now. I believe we're gonna have to go through all of this like documentation and try and figure something out. But what I have noticed here is type hectoring in the computer down in the lab to hear it. We have a computer here. This looks like it's down in the lab. So this is McGucket's lab? That would make sense, I guess. I think that would make sense. Okay. X. We're doing an X. What is that? It's like different static. Every time you do it, it's different static. Weird. And I didn't realize you could type things in here. Okay, so hectoring. What's it gonna come up with?
Triangle fella with mischief in mind. Cypher is real, he'll cause weird Armageddon. So don't be forgetting to leave him behind.
Folks, I attended a church service just last Sunday, and the preacher, who was a little old man with a great big heart, raised his hand aloft to the sky and asked, "Is there anyone here in this congregation, get out your pew, stand up, who can testify as to the wickedry of
What the hell is this?
Bill Cipher? Anyone here, anyone in the audience?" Sure enough, a little old lady, shawl wrapped around her shoulders, pearl necklace jingling off her withered neck, raised her hand and she commenced to speak. She said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I was once a law-abiding citizen like you. I sold cigarettes down at the trade station to the sailors coming to and fro across this great land. But one day, I was lying in
That is Fiddleford, right?
There he was, Bill Cipher himself. He said, said Doris. My name was Dolores, but I did not correct him, so impressed was I. Doris said he, I'll get you a husband. Nay, I'll get you gold, silver, silks, and spices, if you'll follow me. And I'm not too happy to admit it, but I fell under his demonic spell. I began to drink fruit beer and listen to the jazz music. I'd dance late at night and steal teeth out of the mouths of animals, and the next thing you know, my whole body was covered in triangular tattoos. If you don't mind, I hope you're not...
What?
I'd like to show you. She took off her blouse, exposing herself for the good Lord and all of us to see. Sure enough, across her bosom was a demonic triangle, standing defiant against God and man with a pink t-shirt that said, I'm a little different. Get used to it. And she fell to her knees and wept.
What is this monologue? What? I'm so confused.
With mischief in mind, Cypher is real. He'll cause weird Armageddon.
Come on, folks.
So don't be forgetting to leave him behind.
Pass the collection plate. I'm here every day, every Sunday.
What on earth was that, man? I am so confused. I love it. I love it. I just realized, by the way, I'm really, really sorry. You cannot see my mouse. I will try and fix that, or my cursor. I will try and fix that for next episode. But I've been like trying to click everything, so I've tried everything. So, if I'm right in saying there's going to be a lot of different codes that we can type in here, and it's going to give us something. Like, it might give us a note, or it might give us some audio or something like that. So let's just do one more. Let's type in Bill Cipher. This has got to be one, right? Oh my god, that's so funny. That's hilarious. It's taken us to Triangle. Oh, I was like, what has this done? Ah, that's so freaking funny. Oh no, we gotta do one more. Can we do Book of Bill? Hide it under shirt during Pledge of Allegiance. Is that it? Oh, wow. Okay. Right, well, we're gonna leave that for now. We will come back to that, I think. But that's amazing. That's so funny. So, I assume what's gonna happen is we're going to find some... We're gonna find some other codes and stuff in the Book of Bill, and it's going to... It's gonna give us some stuff. So I'm really intrigued now. I'm really intrigued by this whole thing. There seems to be something deeper here. Okay. Oh, okay. So back here. So reminder, because it's been a little bit. Bill Cipher was saying, "You call that a cover? What is this, amateur hour? I can do better than that." And so he's giving us some covers here. What the hell is this? Okay. Let's see. Bill Cipher. Now a New York Times worst seller, The Book of Bill, a book for literally no one. This sticker is covering up a weird stain. Oh, the jokes in this is stupidly amazing. B Cipher spook 'em ups. It's like Goosebumps, yes. Can you survive the Tri-Strangler? It's a book. I can't, man. The Book of Bill. Paperback-tastic. Okay. I love it. There's a triangle window, and then there's a hat-shaped window at the top. Great. The Book of Bill, a New Testament of the Church of Cyphertology. What the hell? Not appropriate for any age. Tabitha Lustheart. There's three sides to every story. The love triangle. Oh, this is so creative. Snap, snap. Too basic, too nostalgic, too preachy, too ravishing. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can't even see my mouse here, can you? Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I will try and, like, highlight when I can. Oh, my gosh. So, Bill Cipher's like, no, these covers are awful. So he's made his own. He's got some Comic Sans here, I believe. Good job, Bill. Written in another window. And then he's got Photoshop open. Oh, this is cool. Look at all these symbols here. So, I might try and fix my mouse now. Give me a second. Okay, I think you can see my cursor now. So, yeah, sorry, I have a new laptop, so therefore a lot of the settings and stuff on OBS are not the same. So, we are good now, I think. So, here we have we have some normal things. I think this is like a portal. Portal. So this isn't real. This is real. We have a bow tie and a top hat. That's great. Those aren't real. This is real. Knife. Bomb. Knife with like blood or something. These guys are real. This is real. This is real. There's the other end of the portal. That's so funny. Skull. Tooth. Deer teeth, maybe. The letter B. It's usually a T in Photoshop for text. Fire, trees, mouse, and a 6-fingered hand. Usually it's 5 fingers. Which I can actually show you in Photoshop. Here, over here. 5-fingered hand. We have the T here. Like, very, very cool. Okay. Oh, and then we have when you right click on him, free transform, scale, rotate, skew, torture physically, torture mentally, not options. I love that he has included that. Remove intestines, stab vertically, stab horizontally, chop into pieces, put in garbage bag, wash hands, put garbage bag in river, the river is quiet, the river keeps its secrets, no one will know. What? Rotate 180, rotate 18,000, rotate until time reverses, do a backflip, whee! Okay, there we go, perfect. The crowd loves it. And he's duct taped himself on. Ah, wonderful. It's so good. It's so good. With that out of the way, all this book needs is some ink. Hey, can I borrow some of your blood? Just press your thumb here and I'll absorb some right into the page. You won't even notice it's gone. There you go. Ah, that feels good. Press thumb here. Oh, wow. It is dark. This is dark. Oh, this is great. Oh, wow. I love that it can now go into like the modern side of everything, and we have Photoshop references and references to like fan fictions and Goosebumps, and we have down here Kapchka. Okay, you can tell Alex Hirsch is really pushing for this book to be made, and he made up all these jokes. It's great. Your new book, lick here for that new book taste. No, because Bill Cipher's already licked this book, so I'm not going to lick it. That means we basically kissed. One, you have the oh, here we go. We have reference. Okay. Congrats on your new book, The Book of Bill, which will be your new guide to life forever. If you're starting to have second thoughts about reading it, too bad. There's no way to get rid of this book. Go ahead, try to throw it away. I dare you. It will follow you to the grave. This book contains 1, a real human spine. I wonder who they stole it from. That's funny. That's a double entendre because books have spines, but not human spines. Number 2, paper made from pressed, pureed human brain matter. I can invade anything with neurons, so I can project anything I want in here. Number 3, 1,000 free paper cuts to be awarded to 1,000 lucky readers at random. Check your fingers. You may already be a winner. Number 4, a whole secret chapter that you probably won't find. Number 5, a soul. If you burn this book, it will scream. And number 6, bees. What is the obsession with bees? I guess B for Bill Cipher. Weird. We've already seen B a lot. Like, there's the letter B there that we talked about bees before. Oh no, Bees was on the website. Yeah. Strange. Check this box to continue. I'm not Dipper Pines. Oh, amazing. Table of contents brought to you by Your Own Blood. About me. Oh, okay, this is actually the contents of the book. So there's About Me, an interview, my powers, a test of worthiness, Bill's Guide to Everything, the secret of the universe, humans, love, deja vu, death, morality, parallel dimensions, urban legends, deja vu. Oh, that's such a funny joke. Silly straws, codes, question mark, question mark, question mark, dreams, the meaning of life, and deja vu, of course. That's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. My story, origins, the glory days, a baby problem, hello Earth, welcome to Gravity Falls, ancient history, modern history. Okay. I'm interested in this. I'm very interested. Sixer, my new puppet, the lost journal pages, the big plan, how to take over the world. So this is giving us kind of, on the right here, it's giving us a big timeline of everything. From Bill Cipher's origins to taking over Sixer's mind and taking over the world, or at least his plan to take over the world. So that's really interesting. Get comfortable, eat some teeth. Sat in a bowl of teeth. Okay. So let's at least read About Me today. I don't know if this is going to be like a long video. I think I want these videos to be between an hour and 2 hours. I don't want them to be too long. And if we have to have like 20 episodes on this, I will do 20 episodes. I will. And I think I probably will, because I think this is a pretty comprehensive book with a lot of lore and a lot of secret codes and things that we can, things that we can talk about. So it might even be longer than Journal 3. Here we go. About Me. So this is cool. This is like a textbook almost. Okay. So About Me. Let's read this this left page first. Cerebral cortex, central sulcus, cerebrum, pons cerebellum, triangulum, entangulum. Interesting. So you have Bill Cipher in your brain. Bill, pronounced Bill, noun. The most important triangle in history, your new best friend, life coach, death coach, overlord, style consultant, mentor, mental case, mastermind, and mind master. The writer, director, star, and EP behind all your favorite nightmares. 3. Probably some Caesar text there, I would say. We'll go back through with all the codes and stuff later, I think. I don't want to do that now. I just want to have like a very high-level overview of all of this, and then we'll go through the codes, just like we did with Journal 3. So you want to know about me? Well, folks, I'm just a rascal, a mischievous fella. A funny little guy, but no matter how loudly I try to scream my intentions, everyone seems to think I'm evil or a sociopath or ruining this funeral by playing a slide whistle every time someone says the name of the deceased. But I'm not a bad guy. I just operate on my own frequency, comically and morally. I've tried wearing this shirt to explain. I'm a little different. Get used to it. Is that the Joker font? Oh my god, that takes me back. Think of me as your one friend who can never die, a bad idea and a good time. The guy pulling the strings behind the unknowable veil of perception. And I have a cute little bow tie. I've gone by many names. Network censors call me a lawsuit waiting to happen. Therapists call me a sign the medication isn't working. Serial killers call me honestly surprisingly down to earth. Whether there's a hand to shake and a deal to make, buddy, I'm there. Bill Cipher, Dream Demon, Scream to Contact. My card. What the frick? Okay. Look, I get it. You're probably craving the rare, never-before-heard details about my life, huh? Well, I haven't done an interview in a billion years or so, but just for you, I'll go to the only unbiased news source in the entire multiverse. Me! Okay. The Bill magazine. Big B again. Burning calories and galaxies. I lost weight by removing my skin. Live, laugh, let me into your dimension. That's a play on live, laugh, love. A baby in a briefcase? You can eat both. Feeling obtuse? Get acute for the summer. I just knocked my hat off. Oh yeah, I'm not Zipper Pines, so that's why I took my hat off. That's funny. That's a cool math joke. Yeah. 7 New Sins. Bill C. $4.99 Canadian dollars, $3.99 US dollars. Is that accurate? Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. 7 New Sins. Okay, so again, there's another ciphertext. So there's a lot. There's a lot of ciphertext already. We're not that far into the book, and there's a lot. There is so much here to unpack. Bill tells all. The Bill Cipher Show. Pretend to be happy. He's been in your mind, but what's on his? Today's guest has done it all. Mentally scarred 12-year-olds, stolen a Grammy, possessed a pope, even written his own celebrity cookbook. Out. Existential dread. In. Existential bread. I sat down to discuss fame, fashion, and pyramids with the guy who's also me and also my entire audience. Bill. Make an unholy sound for Bill Cipher! Crowd of Bill Cipher's cheers. Thank you, thank you. It's great to see you. It's great to be you. The pleasure's all ours. So, I wouldn't be much of an interviewer if I didn't start with one question everyone is talking about. Let's get into it. Are you dead? Yes, no. Oh, this book, man. It doesn't get much clearer than that. Let's move on to gossip. Oh, I can't believe this. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just realized what this is. Okay, any regrets about causing the apocalypse? Look, I already addressed that in my apology video, okay? Move on. Oh, that's a play on freaking this. That's a play on this. It's not tuned, but that's a play on that one. What's her name? I forgot what her name is, but she played the ukulele for an apology video, where she was like talking to 13-year-olds or something, and she was like, "I'm not sorry. I don't regret anything." It was so funny. Such a big meme. I can't believe that was. Yeah, of course that was last year. Yeah. Bill Cipher has 3.25 million subscribers, by the way. 16 million likes? Are you kidding me? I love it. I screwed up. That's such a great title. Is it true you once dated a howling void? Wow, how many times am I going to have to clear this one? Just because I got coffee with a howling void one time does not mean we were in a relationship. And whatever happened to privacy, huh? Next question. What the hell is this? Oh my god. I've heard you don't know how to wear pants. Is that true? Yeah, right. This picture begs to differ. Oh, that's one of those memes that's like, if a dog wore pants, would it look like this or like this? That's so funny. I just love that they can make these sorts of references now. Alex Hirsch is totally on it. Like, I don't know why other series don't do this sort of thing. It's so good. How do you respond to claims that you're just a teenager? That's ridiculous. I'm 1,012,000,000 years old. I'm a preteen. Anything you'd like to plug? Sure, your eyes and mouth with cement. Is it true you're the biological father of Phineas from Phineas and Ferb? This interview is over. What? Excuse me? I didn't know that. Ah, this is great. So we have like a magazine here. This is great. I wanted to continue. I wanted to learn about the 7 new sins. That's great. Okay. I see all. Oh, what a great page. What a cool page. I see all. Okay, see, first of all, you have the US dollar bill, and it has the Eye of Providence on it, which is basically Bill Cipher's inspiration, I would say. Here you have Bill Cipher next to an ear. That's weird. Then you have the statue. What is this? Bill Cipher clock? What the hell is that? Is that like a Dorito clock? I'm so confused. This is graffiti. We have some like blueprints here. Oh no, it's like an exam. Yx equals a fourth of r squared tg over h. Something like that. I don't know. Birch trees. Interesting. We've talked about this many times. Remember when we read through Journal 3 Blacklight, and I think we saw eyes in the trees, in the birch trees. And we talked a little bit about that sort of theme. And, oh no, there was that one line. There was that one line in episode number 1 that I was so impressed by. It was Dipper saying, Grunkle Stan, I feel like the forest is watching me. And it was like so nonchalant and so like, yeah, of course you would say that because there's creatures in the forest. But no, he was quite literally saying the forest is watching me because there's eyes in the trees. It's really, really cool. There's a scratched out Bill Cipher on that desk. What is this? What is that? That's the only one I don't really know what it is. Apart from this weird clock. Like, what the hell? Okay. It's time to tell you about my unholy powers. Like a potato that grew too close to Chernobyl, I've got eyes everywhere. That's such a funny joke. I'm sorry, I'm such a dad. I love these dad jokes. Like a potato that grew too close to Chernobyl, I've got eyes everywhere. Potatoes have eyes. And Chernobyl, it would mess it up. That's so funny. Any symbol of me that you draw, scratch, spray paint, or burn into the human world creates a direct deep hole from my reality to yours. The more I see, the more my power grows. The more my power grows, the more fun we can have when you and I finally meet. Wanna help? Put me somewhere no one would ever expect. Just keep me out the shower, you freak. Weird. So, one time, I think for my final reaction, I had Bill Cipher on my eye. So I think that was one time. That was the one time I'd like drawn Bill Cipher properly. Interesting. So that kind of just proves that he exists, whether he's like claimed dead or like it's so weird. I also didn't notice this human eyeball on Bill Cipher. That's a bit creepy. This might have to be the thumbnail, you know. It's great. Oh my goodness. Oh, where is that from? It's from a really old Disney movie. Is it Fantasia? It might be Fantasia. Oh, that's brilliant. That's so scary as well. Okay. My powers. Honestly, it might be fast to list the things I can't do. I've eaten gods, seduced galaxies, and drunk fear. It tastes like the entire Cheesecake Factory menu put into a blender. Here are a few of my favorite powers off the top of my head. Mind reading. You think you're reading this book? This book is reading you. Possession. If it has neurons, I can make it my puppet. Want to see my puppet? Look in the mirror, kid. Cyphervoyance. There's no way to see the future because it's constantly changing every time two particles bonk into each other. But I can see a kaleidoscopic quantum phantasmagoria of infinite possible futures across the spectrum of probability. So I can tell you which of your future realities is most likely for a price. Don't worry, you only died choking on a shirt button in 13,000 of them. Charisma. Charisma is a tune that everyone can't help but hum. You've either got it or you don't. But if you don't fret. You can still hum along. Pyrokinesis. Cypher, he's insane. Starting fires with his brain. The kids in grade school could be so cruel. But where are they now, huh? Where are they now? I'm wondering what this is a reference to. I thought it was like, we didn't start the fire. Like, Cypher, he's insane. Starting fires with his brain. But no, it's got nothing to do with that. Looking amazing in formal wear. Other cosmic beings wish they could pull off my look. Have you seen Cthulhu try wearing a bow tie? Guy looks like a joke. Geometric perfection. My 3 internal angles always add up to 180 degrees. Quit staring at my hypotenuse, you freak. Oh, that's so funny. My weaknesses. Look, nobody's perfect except for Perfectius Prime in the Perfection Nebula, but everyone hates that freaking guy. I may have a few teensy-wincy flaws, but keep these under your hat, Jack. Synthesized music. If I had ears, I would rip them off when I hear this. Tinfoil. Yes, wearing aluminium on your head will keep me out of your thoughts. Sixer went a little overboard putting aluminium inside that fella, inside his head. That fella lives for drama. I can't believe he's like listing his weaknesses. This is a weakness in enough of itself. McGucket's memory gun. If you see one of these things, destroy it. Destroy it and I'll give you diamonds. No physical form. Thing is just supposed to trap me, blah blah blah. Guys who come up so it doesn't... okay. And then quantum something. Hold up, you really thought... okay. Yeah, I jinxed it. I am so stupid. I thought there was a hair on my screen. It's part of the book, or it might be part. It might just be a hair on the scan that was taken, or the pictures that were taken of this book. But I thought that was a hair. I thought that was a hair right here, and I tried scraping it off. I'm so stupid. That could have been a good prank, though. It's in a really good position. Hold up, you really thought I was going to give you step-by-step instructions to taking me down? Here we were getting along, and you tried to stab me in the back. You know what? Because you tried to peek at this, I'm cancelling the book. That's right, you drove me to this. From this point on, you're reading The Great Gatsby instead. Book of Bill, over. Get Gatspeed, sucker. Nobody has ever said that before. Get Gatspeed, sucker. Oh my god. How long does this go on for? That's so good. So we're literally just going to read The Great Gatsby. I've never read The Great Gatsby. I don't even know what it's about. So I guess we're just going to read The Great Gatsby for a bit. Okay. I do wonder if this has any relevance. Like, is this going to be a parallel to anything? Let's have a read. About halfway between West Egg and New York, the motor road hastily joins the railroad and runs beside it for a quarter of a mile, so as to shrink away from a certain desolate area of land. This is a valley of ashes, a fantastic farm, where ashes grow like wheat into ridges and hills and grotesque gardens, where ashes take the forms of houses and chimneys and rising smoke, and finally, with a transcendent effort, of ash-grey men, who move dimly and already crumbling through the powdery air. Occasionally, a line of grey cars crawls along an invisible track, gives out a ghastly creak, and comes to rest, and immediately the ash-grey men swarm up with leaden spades and stir up an impenetrable cloud which screens their obscure operations from your sight. But above the grey land and the spasms of bleak dust which drift endlessly over it, you perceive after a moment the eyes of Dr. Eckelberg. The eyes of Dr. Eckelberg are blue and gigantic. Their retinas are of yard high. They look out of no face, but instead from a pair of enormous yellow spectacles which pass over a non-existent nose. Evidently some wild wag of an oculist set them there to fatten his practice in the borough of Queens, and then sank down himself into internal blindness, or forgot them and moved away, but his eyes dimmed a little by many paintless days under the sun and rain brewed on over the solemn dumping ground. There is no point in me reading this, is there? First of all, it starts from chapter 2, page 11. Secondly, I have no idea what The Great Gatsby is about. Thirdly, I don't even think this has any relevance at all. I'm not reading this. Or I'm not reading this right now. If you guys say it's going to be relevant, I will read this. But let me know. Okay, enough. There are some symbols here, which is weird though. What we should also do is get a real copy of The Great Gatsby and compare it, because there could be some words that are slightly different, or there could be, things that are added or taken away that could be actually relevant. I love this effect. Look, you can see all the pages in the background. Okay, enough. Tipex. Yeesh, we get it. The billboard is a metaphor. The American dream is bittersweet. Yak, yak, yak. Look, I might have been a little hasty. Not even a meat pie like you deserves to experience required reading. I guess maybe I'm a little touchy about my weaknesses ever since. It's not important. Let's just say that none of the life forms who have tried to figure out what my weaknesses are have lived long enough to compare notes. Interesting. Yeah, we should read this at some point. You guys are probably mad at me for not reading this, but you know, I don't want to read this right now. I want to just continue. Stanford Pines here. If you've reached this page, then you've ignored my instructions and have begun to read the Book of Bill. You can't hear the long disappointed sigh I'm making right now, but I assure you it's devastating. Yes, I'm judging you. You're making a terrible mistake. I don't know what ridiculous things Bill is telling you right now, but I assure you, none of it is true, useful, or in good taste. I took a glimpse at the book myself, and it was mostly extremely complex riddles. He's trying to bait me into solving them because he knows my curiosity is my Achilles heel. And he's counting on yours being the same. If you're the type to ignore reason, even when it's staring you in the face, then I'm sure the last thing you want is to be scolded by some old man wagging one of his 6 fingers at you. Chances are you're at some desperate low point in life. Perhaps you've lost something dear to you, as you're in the throes of some all-consuming monomaniacal ambition, or perhaps you are just attracted to things that hurt you. As a recovering cypherholic myself, cypherholic, is that what we're using to describe? I want you to know there's another way. Close this book right now. Go on with your life. Maybe take up an exciting hobby like cataloging the wing patterns of various types of rare tree bark dwelling moths. I've pinned one of my Gravity Falls' goth moths here. You'd probably be into that sort of thing. Wow! There is some ciphertext on it, by the way. Looks like a palindrome, maybe? Probably not. Or you can keep turning the pages to see what absurd thing he's distracting you with next. What's it going to be? A tantalizing glimpse of your future, perhaps? How to speak to trees? Something obviously impossible, like how to make nuclear bombs out of ducklings? It's not worth it, trust me. You have to trust me. Wow, he's really persistent on us not continuing. Like, that's a really serious photo and stuff. Interesting. They have the Christianity crosses here, and like, is that Jack Skellington? Okay, I think I'm going to stop here. We are actually a fifth through this book, I believe, if I'm doing my maths right. But this is really, really fun. I am really enjoying. And don't worry, the next episode will be out soon. I am not going to be doing this as a weekly thing. I'm going to be doing it much more frequently. And I have the entire week off next week. So we're going to be having videos after videos after videos. I'm probably even going to save some videos for later on as well. So I've got my work cut out. This has been so much fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure that you like and you subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.